welcome back to Lenny Plans. I am back with another monthly flip through. We have completed March. Oh my goodness, how are we a quarter of the way through the year? It's pretty mind-boggling. I honestly found March really tough. I was sick for a lot of it. My dear eldest son brought a virus home and shared it amongst the family. So I definitely have played a bit of catch up on a lot of my daily journaling, but I think I did all right. I have not had it in the planner cover as much simply because I haven't really been taking it out of the house. I didn't go out a lot in March. We had a lot of sickness. So it's just been in its original clear cover. And then this is a sterling ink vellum. I think I want to say it was like May 2024. I could be wrong on that. But yeah, so that was from one of the monthly subscriptions. And then I've got a Coffee Monsterz just a slip of, I don't know, PET or something. I don't even remember where I got it. I am so sorry to say. Anyway, so I guess just starting with my year in pixels, and I was able to keep up with that. And I'm still mostly on track with my Bible in a year as well. I think I did stamp off a couple of my bingo card options. We did do Taronga Zoo for my youngest 13th birthday, and I have subscribed for Sword Yoga, which is called Weaponer. If you haven't seen it, super fun. And I've had to go a couple of times, and it's kind of tricky, but I love it. My wrists are not quite as flexible as what I would have thought. I don't know. I don't really, but I thought about it that much. This is the first quarter completed on essentially my quarterly trackers. So I have at least sort of tracked all of the books that I've read. And as I have shown you guys each month, this is what I'm tracking, which is like my cycle, my work days, pain level, whether there's been migraine symptoms, sleep, eat, drink, pray, move, replenish. And I've been mostly pretty good on those. I could probably move a little bit more, and I do occasionally still have days where I struggle to drink enough water, which I need to continue working on. And that is what gives me my rating, which I then pop into my year in pixels. So I've kept up with that pretty well. I'm pretty happy with that. Flicking across to my March pages. So this was my monthly spread. I don't know that I did a lot. This is a bit of a set and forget spread for me, to be honest. Don't know that I did add one thing where we had one of our cards break down again. Thankfully not my new one. Anyway, we've just had a couple of years of chaos with that, but that's okay. I have had a few down days, I will say, just because there was just so much sickness. I think I even stopped tracking it. It was just getting a bit ridiculous. This was my title page, which I still find it. That is my only frustration. Like, I can kind of handle the double up of weeks, but I just wish this page was before this one. But this one's labeled February. So anyway, it's really not a big issue, but it just, I don't know, it would fit better in my brain. So this is my monthly highlights. It was still a really good month. There were loads of really good things. Yeah. This is one of the double up weeks. So it was only really Sunday in colour. Excuse me. Still got a lingering, like a post-viral cough that's just been hanging around for weeks. Oh my gosh, weeks. I don't really remember this side of the month. Oh, Jaden was on camp. There you go. And then he brought it home. So one of his best friends actually went home sick from camp. And he was doing okay, but he came down with it. No, he came home with it. When I picked him up on Wednesday, one of his teachers sort of commented that he wasn't quite 100%, and he just was off for days after that. Um, I still had him at the podiatrist because he was sort of in the fatigue stage, and I wasn't sure if it was sickness or just fatigue because he had been in Sydney at a concert with his cousin the week before, and then he went straight into camp. And so yeah, anyway, we held on to that, which is good because he's doing really well with that. Um, so this was the Monday of this week. So my eldest was away, and it was just myself and my youngest, and um, I had a bunch of work that had to get done, but my youngest did really enjoy watching the live action How to Train Your Dragon. If you haven't seen it, highly recommend it. Loved it a lot. I loved that they got a lot of the voice actors in as the live action character representation. Just so brilliant. I miss Jaden, my eldest. He's such a beautiful boy. Finally got all of that crazy paperwork from the end of Feb all done and dusted. I actually called in sick for a couple of days. So my eldest was back and I was like burned out. And I was getting some of the weariness that he was getting as well. So I actually did take a couple of days off. So you'll start to see. I sort of practiced some of my brush lettering on maybe some less positive things. Burnout, yay. Saturday there was crazy weather and my youngest was at a play date with his mates and we went to pick him up right as there was this huge downpour. The roads were flooding. We had to sort of go north before we could get on one of the main freeways in order to come south. It was just crazy and I was so tired by the end of driving just because driving in that kind of weather just takes so much more concentration and I'm I would say reasonably cautious under those conditions. I'm not driving through floodwaters or anything stupid like that. Sorry, that's judgy, but anyway, just trying to be safe. um, I, oh, he's still unwell, and littlest didn't get a lot of sleep. At a sleep. Was he at a sleepover? Yeah, he'd had a sleepover, so he must have been sleeping. Yeah, he was sleeping over Friday night. We picked him up on Saturday, got him home, and he was absolutely wrecked. So it was, yeah, a funny old weekend. This is the second full week in March, starting on the 9th. And I started playing a lot more with like the Disneyfy option on the Liene printer, the PixCut S1. As you can see, I had a lot of fun. And then I also got a new fountain pen this month, hugely exciting. And I actually never really used a lot of sort of AI before, but I used ChatGPT to turn this into a cartoon because when I tried to do it on here, it just put a really strange little Disney face on it. It was honestly really weird. But yeah, so that was a huge highlight. I wonder if I have it and I can actually show you. There is my actual pen. Isn't it just the cutest little thing? Like, yeah, I am honestly a bit obsessed. Great when you can actually like get it on. Yeah. Ta-da! It's so pretty and it's so little. Yeah, I love it. And I've got one of my purple inks, which I cannot remember off the top of my head which one I put in. I think I probably write about it later. So Monday, the 9th of March, I had some work changes, which actually ended up being a little bit nostalgic and a little bit encouraging all at the same time. Struggling with one of my jobs at the minute and have been this year. Yeah, I need to make some changes there. This was me attempting brush lettering with an actual paintbrush. Super tricky, by the way. But I was playing with some of my ink samples. I've got a bunch of them. Wednesday, 11th of March. It was like a crazy hot day. Still making some stickers. My eldest actually managed to get back to school this week, but yeah, it's been kind of chaotic in the previous ones just because the days, just because he's been off sick. Actually enjoyed work. My mood did drop heading into my cycle, which does happen. Some Bible study. Friday, I got my first part of the 10th anniversary Coffee Monsterz Co order. So I got two of the little charms. So I turned them into earrings, and I love them. It's really confusing, I think, for a lot of other people when I'm wearing them. I don't have a lot of real life stationary people in my world, but I am honestly obsessed, and they make me so happy. I had a little bit more practice with my ink samples. Um, and yeah, this one sort of smudged a little bit, but that's okay. You know, the chrome comes through. There's a picture of me wearing my earring. My eldest went to play D&D on that Saturday. Yeah, it's just tracing and colouring. Youngest started coming down sick this Sunday, and hubby and I were like a day behind. Oh, yeah, the day after, essentially. So I was explicitly unwell this week. So I still, I think, managed to tick off most things. But you can see there's not a lot of extra on just the basic one. I haven't even really filled in. So this was our homeschooling blocks, but and I think we mostly did them too, but I didn't finish the spread. I really, yeah, this was sort of the extent. Uh, Having said that, the weather was beautiful this day. Youngest got an award for math, and eldest went to um, an amazing mentoring opportunity with a local business person. He was selected along with two of his besties, so that's very cool. Tuesday was St. Patrick's Day. I do have Irish heritage, so yeah, I've got a soft spot for it. Um, I was really unwell though, but I just kept pushing through. Um, we had a meeting this evening because my eldest is traveling to Vietnam, and so there was just a little bit of, I guess, last minute conversation with teachers and the other students who are traveling. So, yeah, my pen. Oh, this is the pen ink. I swear this doesn't do it justice. So this is Lamy Azurite, and it's like this really dark purple. And like I think you can probably, I don't know if it comes through on camera. There's a little bit of shimmer in here, but that's not from the ink. It's from the paintbrush that I was using to swatch that there. So you won't see any of that in the actual writing. Thursday, my mama and I went to see a live show. It was called Island the Voyage, and it was so beautiful. I was mostly on the mend, I think. Like I was really tired in the morning, but actually, I don't know. Like I coped really well that evening. I don't know whether it was just so amazing. Um, I felt like I was sort of like past the bulk of it. Um, I was still really tired the next day, just because it was a late night. And yeah, feeling a little bit better. Um, Worked Saturday morning. I found this fun mushroom. really pretty. Second of March. Yeah, all still just wrecked. Like unwell, but I don't think we were contagious by this point, but just hugely fatigued. It really knocked us around. Um, this week I was still just sort of recovering. Eldest was supposed to do the cross country, but he was still just a little bit breathless. It sort of hit our respiratory system pretty hard, and he had a pretty nasty headache. So he went for the bulk of the day, but I picked him up. He didn't run. His age bracket, half his grade do 4 kilometers, and the other half do 6. He's sort of at this in between stage. He had hoped to do the 6 actually, so that he could run with, I guess, the bulk of his name, but he didn't quite make that. Otherwise, we did pretty much like a typical weekday. Saturday was my youngest 13th birthday, and we went to Taronga Zoo. We got to see the seal show, and we went behind the scenes. They've got a reptile conservation centre, and it's quite new. It's only a few years old. So we organised to go behind the scenes and have an experience there, and it was amazing. We also got him a new phone and went to Outback Steakhouse, our local one. So these are the dailies for that week. I was trying something different with the time bar, but I didn't like it. I think I only did it for like 2. Yeah, I only did it for 2 days. Just, it's not my thing. Really weird situation at work. But anyway, daily. I journal about that sort of thing in my work planner, rather than here. Oh, I got really old TV show called Dark Angel. It's from, I want to say, the late 90s. Anyway, it only ran for 2 seasons. Amazing. If you know it, drop a comment. Would love to know I'm not alone. It's got like at the start of sort of Jessica Alba and Jensen Ackles is in it, and Michael Weatherly, and I want to say there's like a bunch of other names as well that you sort of see throughout. Feeling a bit sort of low and disconnected on that day. I think it's just because I was sick for so long. Like I just didn't put loads of effort in socially. So I've just felt a little bit out of it the last month. But you know, you gotta rest, right? Work was intense this day. This was a bit of a debrief. Oh, Thursday I had like this crazy, like my glands swelled up again, and I was like, oh my goodness, it's starting again. And then it was like up for a couple of days, but then I don't know. It's just been a weird month. Um, Eldest got sick again, but like it was just really weird, just sort of lingering on off, on off. This is my youngest's birthday, so this was just a giant sticker that I made. You can do the collage on the PixCut. And it's not like too heavy, which I really appreciate. You still get lots to give in the on the page. But yeah, so these were from all his birthdays. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, which was supposed to be like a ninja party, but we ended up in COVID lockdown. 8, 9, 10, 11. We went to the Easter show. 12, we went to one of the local zoos, and then, that's also 12 with his mate's birthday party. And then this was this year, 13. This is just an amazing photo from this year. Little cutie. Orange is his favorite color. So we were exhausted the day after, but so much fun. So worth it. Eldest has like a ton of schoolwork, and because he was off sick so much during this month, there's a bit to catch up on. And he also is missing a week of school because of travel at the start of next term, so there's a little bit to sort of do over the holidays essentially in preparation for that as well. And then these are the last 2 days of March. These are captured under April. I didn't do a lot on those. That was going to be, there was going to be like a performance, but because he had missed like school on the Friday, he also missed the audition for this. So that actually kind of sucked, to be honest. I would have loved to have seen that. But um, hot, feeling low, 11 kilometers. I walked. We started watching a Mayan documentary, and it was so interesting. We actually finished it. I think I want to say it was 3 episodes. And yep, still feeling a little bit unwell. Did read one of the latest books from one of my favorite authors, so that was awesome. Yeah, and then that's kind of the end of March. This is my honeycomb that I'm still working on. I kind of like it that it's not filling it up, and I don't know, I was a bit, like if you compare January's, which would be Feb, I sort of felt like there was some pressure to like fill it out, so I had a bit more sort of random bits in there. But yeah, I kind of like when it's just specific to that month. So I'm enjoying that. So that is my March update. Let me know if you have any questions or comments, and I really hope that you had a better month than we did in this house, but we're all on the mend now and it is school holidays currently, so that is always helpful. Well, thanks again for watching. Always appreciate your time, and yeah, stay safe and see you next time.